because it can be scary to trust a God you can't see to give you a rest you know nothing about. Hey girl, hey. So listen, God doesn't want you stressing over that thing. I have literally found myself stressing and crying and praying and worrying. And then I listen to Tony Terry's song that literally says, if you're going to pray, don't worry. And if you're going to worry, don't pray. Because you cannot do both at the same time. Because faith and fear cannot logically inhabit the same space at the same time. And I know it's hard and it hurts and you're lost and confused on what to do next. And for all your praying and fasting and crying out to God, you're getting zero answers. And if that is the case, if you're asking the same question and you got no answer, go back and do the last thing he told you to do. If you've been doing that, keep doing it. And I know that's not, real comforting and it might not even feel like it's helpful, but that's what I got. And I'm giving you what I got because that's what I'm doing. That is where I am. Even when it feels like it's getting me nowhere, I know God told me to do it for a reason because it's meant to serve a purpose. And if I don't have any new instructions, that means that I'm not done with the last instruction yet. And that can be a hard pill to swallow when crying is easy. When getting frustrated and letting our emotions take over is easy. When wallowing in that frustration is not only easy, but sometimes it feels like that's where we should be. Because we live in a society that literally teaches us to stress by telling us we need to pound the pavement and apply to all the jobs and call in all the favors and exhaust all the options and rack your brain until you can't think of anything else to do, and then ask those around you to rack their brains too, just in case you miss something. And that's stressful. We are taught to stress until we get the result we're looking for while being told not to stress so we don't make ourselves sick. And I can't be the only one confused by that. So check this out. You ever felt like this thing is too heavy, it's too big, it's too much, I can't figure out what to do next, so let me pray about it. So you fast and you pray and you cry and you give it to God and you feel a sense of unexplainable peace and you stop thinking about it. You go about your day and do all the things you need to do and the things you want to do, only for it to come back up, and now you feel bad because you haven't been stressing over it. And it's like, oh my God, I don't have it resolved yet, and I stopped thinking about it, so that must mean that I'm lazy or unconcerned or fantasizing for it to resolve itself, because that's what society would have us think. Meanwhile, Jesus tells us to come to him, all of us who are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and he will give us rest and refreshing for our souls. So why are we letting the world tell us that we should contort ourselves into these emotional pretzels, trying to figure things out on our own? Things that in some cases require divine results. And I know it's hard to process and let go of decades of being beaten into us this way of living life, especially when we still live around people who live like this, because it can be scary to trust a God you can't see to give you a rest you know nothing about. So they want you to do it their way. But I submit to you, just try. Try to surrender. Try letting go. Try tuning out the world and resting in God and see how different your results could be. Until next time, y'all stay blessed.